darkest of days, sometimes we find out who we are. Be the change or hit the bottom, hit it hard. We have a choice, yeah, we can take the power away and turn it into something to believe in. Believe it, it's up to you. It's up to you. Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a wildfire, sending these dreams higher and higher and higher till they come to life. Tired of feeling like an outsider, but to believe I was an outlier. I'm not the only one who's inspired. We're gonna turn these dreams into an empire, empire, the pain into an empire, empire, the rage into an empire, empire. We're gonna build it up, empire.
Live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is season 2 of Friday Football Tailgate. How about this crowd? Let's go. Well, welcome in, everybody. We are so glad you're here. We've got De Pere High School taking on Notre Dame Academy. Let's hear it one more time. All right, we've got an incredible student section back here in our pit. But before we get to these two teams, let's talk about our team here on the stage. We've got our team, 2 Hall of Famers. How about that? First of all, our newest Hall of Famer, our analyst Ken Dietz, who was just inducted into the Waterville Elite High School Hall of Fame in Michigan last night. Give it up for Ken!
Yeah!
Congratulations, Ken.
Thank you.
How did it feel to be at that ceremony, that special honor? There's a photo of you up there from last night.
First of all, I'm grateful. What a great honor. 38 years in education, 18 at Waterville Elite, and to be honored last night at the Hall of Fame. Great experience. Thank you for remembering.
We're so happy for you. Congratulations again. And we can't forget about Brent Lesniak, our lead analyst, Hall of Famer at Dowagiac High School in Michigan, national champ, Grand Valley State University running back. Brent, thanks for being here.
Nice to be here, Casey. Yeah! And now, hey, wait a minute. We can't forget about our host, Casey Sanahar. She's not in the Hall of Fame just yet, but she's our Hall of Fame host. She also works for NBC Sports in Chicago. Now, hold on. Which means she might just be a Bears fan.
I know. And after last night, I'm feeling less and less confident about our chances, right? Big news for Green Bay Packers fans yesterday, acquiring Micah Parsons. Incredible for them. I mean, I don't know how we compete with that. But before we dig into our matchup, we want to say thank you to a special sponsors that we have here, the Pro Shop, your source for tennis and fitness. They are the official sponsor of tonight's show. And special thanks to Wisconsin Army National Guard, Quiet Woods RV, Green Bay Distillery, and Wisconsin Concert Staging. So without these hometown business showing their support, we cannot do this show without you guys. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Let's get into this matchup. We have De Pere visiting the Redbirds here at Notre Dame Academy. They're here. Don't forget about them. Taking on the Notre Dame Tritons at home. I mean, Brent, we can barely hear ourselves think in here, but I want to know what your thoughts are on this matchup here tonight.
All right, well, let me gather my thoughts. But De Pere dominated on both sides of the football last week. De Pere has what I like to call a two-headed monster in the backfield. Thunder and lightning. Thunder and Caden Scampers, who had 2 touchdowns last week. And lightning and Dante Mata. He's got speed to burn. He's an absolute game changer. If there is a question mark I have for this De Pere football team, it's at quarterback. They struggled to throw the football in the first half last week. I'm curious as what to see this looks like when wide receivers aren't running wide open down the field. But one area I have no doubt is that defense and Caden Cavanaugh. He's an absolute game wrecker.
Ken, I got to get your thoughts on this Notre Dame team and their performance last week?
Well, first of all, they're coming off a state championship, so they are the champs. And until somebody takes the champs out, they're the champs. You know, last year the Tritons had Kristen Collins, who had a historic day at Camp Randall, over 400 yards. But it didn't take long for the new guy to come into time. Kristen Allen, running back, had a great game last week, and he's going to look good tonight. Quarterback Max Pierce, key on him as well. So be a good game tonight at home, right here.
We'll hear from Max in just a little bit, but it's not the only game going on tonight. We have some significant matchups taking place, matchups around the community. We're previewing West De Pere versus the Galloping Ghosts, and also the Xavier Hawks and the Luxembourg Casco Spartans. So, and then again, Niles and St. Joe's in Michigan, which was the first game that we did, Brent.
Yeah, that was the first game we did ever for Friday Football Tailgates last season, and that was a heck of a football game. Just not for Niles. They got walloped last year by St. Joe, but St. Joe has lost 32 seniors this year. Niles had just about everybody back, and I'm excited to see how that football game turns out tonight.
All right, so guys, great matchups all around the community in Michigan, here in Green Bay. We're excited to bring this show on the road. You guys have made it just unbelievable so far. I mean, unbelievable. Bring it on the road. All right, we got to talk to another special couple teams here. Two of our track teams at De Pere, the 2025 boys track team in field and Division I head coach Randy Soquette, Grady Glenn, and then for Notre Dame we have John Gard and Nick Fogarty. So we're going to be bringing them on right now. Switch it up. We'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll let our track stars, our student athletes sit, and I'll be talking with you guys as well. We got your trophies up here.
We love it.
Two state championship trophies up here. Just honored to be with you guys here. I'll start with you guys at De Pere. Tell us what it's like to win a track state championship and compete just at the highest level.
I'll tell you what, it was a first for our school, so it's uncharted territory for us. It was amazing. We had elated feelings throughout the field at UW La Crosse as the evening came to a close, because it came down to the last event of the night, the discus, for us to confirm and seal that victory in that state championship. It was an amazing feeling all day.
Unbelievable. And you're here with Grady Glenn, one of the athletes. Grady, if you don't mind giving him the mic there.
You bet.
Grady, I want to hear from you. What does it take to be successful when it comes to track and field on a state championship level? Because you guys have just competed at the highest level and were successful this past season.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a whole team. You can't do it with one guy. So even though we only had a few guys like score at the actual meet, a lot goes out to everyone else on the team, like even down to the JV guys, just pushing us every day at practice. And it takes like a full support cast throughout the season to get there. So,
and Grady, you have a few records too. Can you tell us more about those records? Don't be shy. You can gloat a little bit.
Yeah, got state record in the 1600 and 3200.
Awesome.
401 and 852. So.
Unbelievable. If you don't mind, Pat, is there more? Is there more? Am I missing more?
No.
That's unbelievable. Congratulations to you. If you don't mind passing on the mic to the Tritons over here. We're joined now also by our Notre Dame Division III WIAA State Track and Field team. We have Coach John Gard and Nick Fogarty. Nick, you guys are champions too. Tell us about your season.
Yeah, it was good. It's nice to see all the hard work finally pay off. We had a lot of good guys like James and Joe who were champions, but then, we got a lot of young guys too looking into the next seasons who are hungry and ready to put in the hard work and win.
Yeah, and James Flanagan, a big part of what you guys have been doing too as well. Coach, do you want to speak on him?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Well, we had the two Flanagan boys, James and Richie, and James did an amazing job, won 2 state titles, but we would not be state champs without Richie Flanagan. And Richie did an amazing job. And Richie was our secret weapon. Joe Hunt was special. Grady, by the way, is too shy to say this kid's the fastest kid ever in the state of Wisconsin history. So, but I want to say Kingston and Cato and Regan and Marcus Sermons, all these boys, Cooper Aiken, they're on the football team tonight. They'll have a great night, but really special kids, great parents, and we look forward to a great future with guys like Nick and Eli and Marshall and Gabe and all these, and Leo.
Absolutely. Big shoes to fill, right? When they graduate. Unbelievable. I want to learn more about your coaching style. I mean, track is so different. I've interviewed track athletes, and they're out of breath by the time I talk to them. But when you're coaching them up, getting ready for whatever it is, how does that kind of go about?
You want to answer that? No. Well, Coach McGowan's out here, and we have a tremendous group of coaches. Former Walter Payton Man of the Year, Jim Flanagan, is one of our coaches. Super Bowl champ Jared Bush is one of our coaches. Amanda Riccio, Becky. We have tremendous people. The goal for us is surround yourselves with people smarter than yourselves. Let them work with the kids, and we get phenomenal kids and great parents and a very, very supportive school. And hopefully someday we're going to have actually a really cool new track. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we need the crowd at the track meets as well, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
If you don't mind giving the mic over to Randy. Randy, I want to learn more about your coaching style at De Pere.
I tell you what, I have to echo what John said. John said it perfectly. We have a great staff at De Pere High School. I have 16 assistant coaches. Many of them are volunteers, and they do it for the love of the sport. And it's amazing when we have that many coaches. They're able to connect in small groups with Grady. They can give athletes the specialized attention they need in the events that they have. It's great. Like John said, we have some amazing coaches who are former great athletes in their own right, who are helping out our guys in the throws, in the field events, and in the running events, whether they be sprints or distance. And we just try to build on it. We want our kids peaking at the state meet in June.
Sure. Absolutely. Grady, what's it like to have the support from the fans, from your family, from your coaches here?
I mean, it's phenomenal. It's like none of that's possible without your support system. Like the little things like that are what, can take you from 5th to a state champ, is having like a support system, especially like family and friends who support you, whether you're winning or losing. So, yeah.
Yeah, and your fans are here on the road, right? I mean, to have their support, whether it's football, whether it's track. Guys, give it up for Grady. Yeah. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And then on the home side for you, I mean, incredible crowd as well. What's it like to have the support of this student body and your friends and family?
Yeah, it's great. They're with you through the ups and downs. It's just great to have them there. It helps you go out there and do it every day. They help you get through the hard times, but they're there to celebrate you with the good times.
Absolutely. And John, what's it like to have these two communities here, right? They're rivals, but there's also support between these two communities.
Yeah. A lot of our kids are all friends with each other, and we love to run with the De Pere guys, and they have a great program. We think we have a really good program. We have awesome students here. Hopefully they're going to be louder than those guys. Hopefully a whole bunch more of them are going to come out for track next spring, too. So.
Yeah, Randy, I was going to ask you that. Is this kind of like a recruiting situation for you where you're able to watch some of these athletes on the football field and say, hey, he's pretty fast?
I'll tell you what, we have a great relationship with the other athletic programs at De Pere High School, and John does too. He mentioned a bunch of track athletes that are football players. We, too, have a bunch of dual sport athletes between football and track, and it's great that we work together well with the football staff, so it's great to watch a lot of these athletes in fall, in the football season, and then they kind of work their butts off all winter and get ready for the spring track season. So it's great to be able to have that connection between the programs. So I love being here.
All right, absolutely. You guys, thank you so much from the Tritons, from the Redbirds, the track and field state champions. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll set you free now. Two great programs. When we come back, we have more on Redbirds football. Stay with us. This is Friday Football Tailgate.
Yeah, I don't know how friendly we are with them, but I mean, maybe a little bit, but we obviously want to win, and while we're playing, there's not much friendship going on, so.
Planning an event can be overwhelming, but with the right partner, it doesn't have to be. That's where Gravity Productions comes in. With over 20 years of experience, they're the experts in full-scale event production, from creative concept to flawless execution. Whether you're hosting a corporate town hall, a national sales meeting, a virtual conference, or a nonprofit gala, Gravity handles it all. Think stunning visuals, crystal clear audio, and seamless virtual or hybrid solutions, delivered by a team that's creative, reliable, and ready to adapt. They bring cutting-edge equipment, end-to-end production support, and even post-event packages that keep your message alive long after the applause. From intimate meetings to large-scale productions, Gravity makes it effortless, so you can focus on what matters most, your message and your audience. Make your next event unforgettable. Visit gravityproductions.pro and let Gravity Productions help you elevate the experience on stage, on screen, and behind the scenes.
What's up, Friday football fans? It's your host, Casey Standahar, and listen, we've got a great one next week. September 5th, we're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska, previewing the game between Millard West and Millard South. We cannot wait to cover this one on the road at Buell Stadium from 5 to 6 p.m. If you can't make it to us live in person, check it out on FridayFootballTailgate.com. See you then.
Last year, it was one of our closest games.
Tightly contested ball game, was one possession.
The good message about that one for us is we found a way. We know that they'll be very well prepared. We know that they're going to play very hard.
Tremendous atmosphere, obviously, right there off of Mason.
And we know that they're going to look to the game to be a big game just like we do for them.
These guys grow up playing against these guys.
A lot of the friends grew up in the same schools.
Stands are right there. They got the hill. People sit on the hill.
Fun to have the student body come out here and support us. We were fortunate to play in many big games last year. They all create their own kind of atmosphere and spectacle at some point. The same thing will happen with this one.
Welcome back, everybody, to Friday Football Tailgate. This is Season 2 at Notre Dame Academy. What a great crowd we have. We have our analysts, Ken and Brent, and I'm Casey Standahar. Thank you again so much for being here. We also want to thank the Wisconsin Army National Guard for sponsoring this episode. They brought a nice big truck. Look at that big truck they brought today. They've got fitness challenges going on in the tailgate zone for students today. You guys going to do the fitness challenge? No? No? They're scared. And we also want to thank our show sponsor, the Pro Shop, for your source for tennis and fitness. All right. Let's talk birds, guys. Pere Redbirds in the house, on the road. Brent, I'll start with you. What do we know about this Redbirds team?
I know Pere is big and nasty in the trenches, and I know Caden Cavanaugh. At 6 foot, 210 pounds, and listen to these stats last year: 115 tackles,
wow.
3 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries. Will be the best player on the field tonight. And the fastest player on the field tonight is standing right over there, Dante Mata. If he breaks out in the open, Notre Dame doesn't have anybody that's going to catch him.
All right, Ken, your thoughts?
Hey, there's no question Notre Dame's going to have to contain the edge for sure. They got some fast guys. He's had a heck of a start. It's going to be a great game.
Look forward to it. Brent, we've got a Redbirds trivia question for everybody. How about you school us on that one?
All right, here's our trivia question. In 1990, Larry Brick joined the Pere Redbirds football program after spending more than 3 decades at Right Sound, now known as the Pied Piper of the sidelines. How many total years has Larry dedicated to coaching football?
Okay, we'll think about it. Think about it. We'll hear the answer in a little bit. But before we do, we had a chance to talk with the Redbirds wide receiver, Sam Robb, who happened to have a very big game. So let's check that out right now.
I think we'll play really fast. We lost a decent amount of guys, but we play really well together as a team, and the connection's already there. I think a little better than last year too. I think we can run in the inside. We got 2 really, really good running backs, Caden and Dante. And then we can also kick it on the outside. We got athletes, we got receivers, and a really good quarterback. Execute. We got to take care of the ball. Last year we didn't put a ton of points up on the board, so this year we got to score the ball well and continue to play well defensively.
right, you already heard about Dante. When we have Coach Strickland and Dante Mata here with us from the Redbirds. Guys, thank you for coming on today on the show.
Thanks for having us.
We're so excited to speak with you both. This is a big matchup, obviously important for you guys. So we want to hear your thoughts just coming into this. What was the mindset, Coach?
Well, I think, both teams are, coming off of good seasons. Obviously, Notre Dame had a tremendous season last year, winning the state title. Year in, year out, they're a tremendous program to face, and so we're excited for the challenge. We know that they got a brand-new team this year. We got a brand-new team this year, so we're excited to see what happens on the field.
I love it. Dante, you got that look in your eye. What are you feeling right now?
I'm ready to go, The coaches put so much preparation into this team, and, we got guys that are just ready to go out there and roll, so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, I just want to talk about this kid. Being a running back myself, I literally turned on the film last week, and I couldn't take my eyes off him. Now, I know you didn't play a lot. I know you got dinged up at one point. But everything you did, every time you touched the ball, you changed the game and the dynamic. Whether it was throwing you a swing pass out of the backfield, they wouldn't even punt to you during the game. I don't know if they couldn't get it to you or not, but I wouldn't punt to you. Handing the football off, you are an absolute game changer. So, Coach, just tell me what he brings to the table. How do we get him more touches? Because I know he splits time in the backfield.
Yeah, Dante's a phenomenal athlete, probably one of the guys that can go from 0 to 100 as quick as I've seen. His change of direction is unbelievable, but more so than that is his toughness, and that comes with the consistency that he has in the off season. Every day he's there just working. You see he's a man of few words because all he knows how to do is work and just put his best effort forward. So yeah, we try to find the way to get the ball in his hands as many times as we can, and then on the defense side of the ball, he's an impactful corner as well.
Sorry, we're going to share mics with you, Dante.
Dante, thanks for coming. Talk to us about anything you did special this week to get ready for this big game. This is probably one of the bigger games you're going to have during the course of the season. Did you do anything special? Do you have any rituals? Do you have any things you think about before?
I would say just bonding with the team. I feel like that's always something that you can just go to and will help you on the field as a team. So whether that's team dinner or just even at practice, making sure we're getting the guys together. And me personally, just getting my body right and my recovery and just taking care of my body physically and then mentally taking care.
Right. Dante, is there a running back in college or the NFL that inspires you that you hope to kind of emulate a little bit?
I would say...
And why is it Brent? I'm just kidding.
I would say Jameer Gibbs, and I admire Christian McCaffrey's pass game, being able to catch it. So yeah, I would say those two guys.
And Coach, you played for the Badgers, right? Wisconsin, obviously a big part of your life and your career. What do you bring from that college experience to your game when you coach at the high school level?
Well, I think both me and Coach Rader, obviously both alumni. He's a couple of years older than me. Just come as far as, a level of toughness, a level of preparation, trying to teach the game the right way, like we were taught when we were at UW. So I think that's why I have a great deal of respect for Coach Rader and his staff and what they do and how they teach the game. So it's just trying to give our kids that college prep environment and program that I think we both try to emulate.
I want to hear from both of you about just how you feel about having the fans, the support on the road. Traveling out to see you guys week after week.
Yeah, we got a great student section, great community of people that support us. And so we're just excited to be part of this game and to have the chance to play in front of our fans and their fans and this community as a whole. And it's a rivalry, and so we're excited to continue it.
Yeah, in the past, this game has always been really close. How do you kind of chip away at it this year? What inspires you to do things a little bit differently?
I would say leaning towards our adjustments. I feel like after plays, being able to go to sideline and make adjustments, and then leaning on each other, and this amazing student section that we have.
Coach, I want to ask you about bringing these communities together, right? You probably talk with Coach Rader a lot, but to have kind of the rivalry, but also the community bond.
Yeah, I think, sports in general and football as a whole is something that brings a community together. And so we feel very privileged and honored to be able to play this game. I feel honored to be able to coach this game. It's obviously you look around and there's, people, and even though it's a rivalry, it's competitive on the field, right? It's about people getting together and coming together and enjoying the night.
All right, thank you guys. Let's stay with us for just a second. We're going to get to a trivia question, but one more time, give it up for Coach and Dante. Ken and Brent, we got the trivia answer about De Pere. We've been waiting to know the answer. Can you help us out?
Yeah, it's 67.
All right.
67 years.
Did anyone guess that? That's how many years Larry has dedicated to coaching football. 67 years, if you can believe it. All right, when we come back, we've got more on the Notre Dame Tritons. Don't go anywhere. Thanks to the Tritons and thanks to the Redbirds. We'll be right back. It's Friday Football Tailgate.
My name is Alyssa Conway. I am a parent of 2 children at the school right now. I have 1 graduate and I have 1 future Triton who will be here in a handful of years. I am also an alumni of the school. I was in the first class that graduated after all 4 years after the schools merged. For us, what drew us into Notre Dame Academy, we already had, my husband and I are 9, we had very positive experience at the school, so we wanted to share that with our children. But what drew us specifically to the school would be the community, the families that are here, knowing that we had families that we really wanted our children to be a part of, that they were all going to hold similar standards and morals for our kids.
I'm Casey Standahar, your host for Friday Football Tailgate, the high school football pregame show kicking off this Friday.
Welcome, Niall Ivey.
It was Robin Williams. Oh, for those of you on acid, this is a Frisbee.
Tell you, don't worry about me over here. I'm cooking.
Football Tailgate, we've got Notre Dame Academy taking on the Redbirds of De Pere. Hey guys, thank you so much for all being here today. We've got a great crowd behind us. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Our friends back home in Michigan, we love you. Thank you so much. We want to make sure we shout out our show sponsor, the Pro Shop, your source for tennis and fitness in De Pere, offering tennis, pickleball, yoga, and general fitness apparel and equipment, featuring brands like Nike, Wilson, and Prince. All right, so guys, now we get to the home team, the Notre Dame Tritons. This team is really tough. State champs last year, and they're accustomed to success. Senior-heavy leadership, a run-first offense. Brent, I'll start with you. We talked a little bit about it in the open, but they're going to be tough to beat tonight.
Oh, they're going to be tough to beat, especially in this environment. And we're talking about a team that lost one of the greatest running backs in Wisconsin history in Christian Collins. All he did last year was rush for 3,000 yards and 405 yards in the state championship game. What do? We put in Kingston Allen, and he does the same thing. So I'm excited to see what this game looks like tonight. I'm excited to see if Max Pierce can get involved a little bit throwing the football.
Ken, your thoughts on Kingston, Max, and the Tritons?
Yeah, those two are great players. They have a big, solid front line. It's gonna be smash mouth in the middle, and it's gonna be who can be disciplined on the edge, because both these teams have great running backs that can get outside, and when they get outside, magic things happen. So I'm excited to watch what happens here in about a half an hour.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some highlights too. What's it like if you're De Pere coming into this game knowing you kind of have to pick up the pace from last year? Are you defeated? Are you coming back with new energy? I mean, it is a whole new season, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, De Pere's going to come in and just do what they do. Same thing with Notre Dame. They both have great programs. I like what they stand for, how they treat kids. They talk more about being football players. They talk about being human beings and good young men. So it'll be fun.
Brent, I want to ask you, how do you think Notre Dame can handle De Pere's speed and size, right? I mean, that's still really competitive for them as well, even though we know Notre Dame is really a run-first offense.
Well, I think that's going to be a really even matchup in the trenches tonight. And speed-wise, I think outside of Dante Mata, I'm not sure there's a huge difference there either. But one of the biggest differences, De Pere just sometimes gets a little caught up. They struggle passing the football. Their quarterback just wasn't consistent in the first half. So if the quarterback can step his game up, get a little bit more consistent in the passing game, then I think they'll have a really good chance to win this football game tonight.
I cannot wait for this game, Ken. We got a trivia question, too. We're taking you to school even though it's Friday night. What do you got for us, Ken?
So this is about Notre Dame here. How many total state championships has Notre Dame Academy appeared in since 2000 when they joined the WIAA?
Who knows? He said more than De Pere. Our fans are saying more than De Pere. All right. The answer to that trivia question coming up in a little bit. We're going to bring in Coach Rader and quarterback Matt Pierce from Notre Dame. Hey, guys. Come on in. Sorry we're making you stand. Appreciate you guys being here. Max, I'll start with you. How about this crowd for you and this team? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. We've been looking forward to this for so many weeks now, and we're just so excited to finally be able to do this, especially against a team that we know we have close connections with, so it's just super awesome. I can't wait.
What did you wake up and do this morning knowing you were coming into this matchup, knowing you could have a big crowd here? Did you do anything differently, or is it just routine for you?
I mean, it's just routine for me at this point, but obviously it's in the back of my mind that we have this big game today, so I'm just super excited for that.
Coach, we talked to you on Zoom a couple days ago. Knowing just the tradition of these two teams, knowing just what it is for you, right? The tradition for you and how you were able to play. So what are you looking forward to in just about an hour from now?
It's going to be a good, hard-fought game. That's what we expect. Last year they gave us a great test, one of our best games of the season. I wouldn't expect anything different this time.
Coach, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Kingston Allen's performance last week. What an incredible performance, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns, including the game winner. That had to feel really good for him, especially, coming out of the shadows of one of the greatest running backs in Wisconsin history in Christian Collins. Can you just talk about his performance and maybe a little bit about your offensive line?
Yeah, I think Kingston, he was looking forward to the challenge. He was really looking to fill the shoes that Christian left with us, and he did a great job stepping up. He used his God-given talents pretty well. I mean, he's a really fast guy, and you were able to see that on the 85-yard touchdown run. It was a really cool thing. And the guys up front, that's where it always starts. They know that. We talk about it at length. That's where my heart is, based on when I played way back when. It was fun to watch Kingston have a really good start to the season.
Max, can you think back to last year? At what point during your last year did you realize I'm now going to be the leader of this football team on the offensive end, and how that has evolved?
I mean, I think it got to me as soon as Coach put me in on the first play of the first game. At being the quarterback, I feel like that's part of the responsibility. So that was definitely something that I knew going into that role. But yeah.
Max, what do you expect from De Pere's defense today? How do you handle them?
I mean, we know they're a good defense, but we're going to do our thing, and we'll see what happens.
Coach, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they're going to be physical, and that's what we expect. That's what you want out of high school football games is good physical games. So, hopefully we're up to the challenge.
What do you like about your team this year? Are they different from the state championship team last year? I know you turned over some seniors. You told us you were a senior-led team, but what's different about this group?
We're different. It's every year the culture of the team changes slightly as you have a different group of leaders come in. These guys last year, the guys were really down to business. These guys, they like a little bit have more fun, be a little bit more goofy and stuff like that. And I'm okay with that as long as they get the job done.
Sure, absolutely. And you did play at Wisconsin as well, right? So the tradition, the values here in this state, very important to you. You didn't play with Coach Strickland, but you did play. What are you taking from that experience into your coaching career, especially this season?
I was very fortunate to be part of the resurgence of Wisconsin football when Coach Alvarez took over. And, he preached hard-fought, tough-nosed football, bring your lunch pail. I don't know how many times I heard that in practice. And that's the way that we learned, and that's the way that we helped, bring Wisconsin football back to some amount of prominence. And that's just the way that I coach here. Do the things that I learned that work well.
Speaking of Wisconsin and football in Green Bay, obviously college football Saturdays are exciting, but I really feel like there's nothing like Friday Night Lights. This is what it's all about. The weather's nice, everybody's out having a good time, there's food, there's fans. can you really sum that up for your team and just that experience so valuable to them, right?
Yeah, it's hard to sum up, but what I tell the kids all the time is Friday night football has a unique place in our society. It just does. I don't know why, but to be part of it, to be part of an atmosphere like this, or some of the big games we played in last year, is really cool for these guys to go through. And yeah, we got to play the game, but the atmosphere is pretty special too.
And Max, you're a quarterback for a defending state champion team. Friday Night Lights, obviously a big deal for you. What's your favorite part about it?
Shoot, there's so many great things. I don't think I can think of one, but I think it's just the brotherhood of being on a football team and being able to play with the guys that I grew up playing with in front of all these people. There's nothing like it. I'm so blessed to be able to do it.
What does the rivalry mean to you, Coach?
There was a long time that we weren't able to play De Pere because we were in different conferences, and since we've been playing them for the past 15 years or whatever, they've just been good games, and that's what we expect, is just good, hard-fought games and good competition. That's what we're looking for.
We got to ask you guys what you think of the fans behind you. I mean, they painted their bodies here.
It's awesome. I'm so glad that they come out. This is going to be the most number of people that come to one of our home games, and so it's great to have all the kids here and come and support us.
Any extra pressure for this with all these fans behind you? Or you feel good?
I think it's good pressure. I think we have more support, and I'm super excited.
All right, we'll let you guys get out of here. Thank you so much. Good luck tonight. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ringing out QB chants for Max Pierce. Thank you so much to Coach Rader and Max, the quarterback. All right, you guys. We've got a trivia answer about Notre Dame Academy. Guys, take it away. Brent, the answer to this question. I'll read it again for you.
Great week of practice. This is a big rivalry, cross-town game. A lot of people here tonight, so it's very exciting.
Right. Can you tell us, what do you bring from your experience to practice every day that can help these kids not only as great football players, but as great young men?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of great lessons to learn playing football, right? And one of the greatest lessons I ever learned was mental toughness and perseverance. And we go through training camp when it's 95 degrees out, and we had a hot game last week for the opener. And so for me, it's really about younger players learning the fundamentals of the game, but then learning that there are things that football teaches you that can help you in life. When you're done playing football, whether it's after high school or college or even after the NFL.
Great, thank you. And I know it's a team thing, but you had a little special opportunity last year to be on a state championship, and you had your kids on the field. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, last year was a tremendous year. We were 14-0, ended in Camp Randall with a win. Really kind of a fairy tale season. My oldest son, James, was a tight end on that team. He's now at the University of Notre Dame. And my younger son, Richie, is a junior this year. So it was a dream come true to be able to coach those guys in a state championship game. Very similar to the experience my brother and I had, whatever it was 35 years ago when we won a state championship. So it was a really cool experience, and we got a shot to do something similar again this year.
Great. Well, I've done a lot of reading on you guys and De Pere, your coaching staff, and you guys both seem to do it right. You're more than just about the football game. You're about raising young men and doing it the right way. So I just want to thank you for that and congratulate you. One message to your team tonight before they get back on the field?
Just keep the foot on the gas and never let up.
Great. So for one Packer, because you played for the Packers, to another Packer, we got a coach on stage. We're going to throw it back to Casey for Coach Ben Searman and the Green Bay Packers.
Awesome. Go Pack.
Ken, thank you so much. That's right. We had Coach Flanagan over there. Good luck tonight. And we do want to welcome Coach Ben Searman. He makes his home over just a few miles over there, Lambeau Field, right? Coach is coaching the running backs at Green Bay. Coach Ben Searman, thank you for being here today with us in Notre Dame gear at that.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Let's go, Trey! Let's get it done today! Let's go!
I got to be careful saying that I live in the Pere area. So
Okay, yeah. Close neighborhoods, right? And I know that I'm living in Chicago. You're coaching in Green Bay, but that's okay. It's all love, right?
Right, no doubt. No doubt.
And a big day for you guys yesterday, right? I heard he just got into town a few hours ago.
Yes, yeah. Micah just got in town, and obviously it's a situation for us. You know, we felt like we're going to be close this year anyway, but I mean, he just increased our chances of, you know, winning it all. I mean, big time. So we're just jacked up, just running around the. It was almost like the draft. You know, after you get your first rounder. I mean, everybody was pretty excited.
There were some upset fans in Chicago. I know that much.
Well, that's what we hope.
Making things even more interesting this year in the NFC North. All right, so the Green Bay Packers, we know they're one of the only public traded organizations in the NFL. Our production team got a chance to visit a couple weeks ago during training camp and got a chance to kind of scout practice. They had an amazing experience. They were telling us just everyone was so welcoming, so easygoing, so great. We're showing some pictures there of their experience. How much of that is because you guys are just here for the fans in Green Bay and in the other surrounding communities?
I think that's the big thing, because like when you come here, even like with our players, you just assimilate to the community. You felt that we got the same type of sentiments when we hosted the draft here. A lot of people from out of town they just said that the hospitality was unbelievable, and even I mean we're probably the most accessible team in the NFL. I mean, we walk to practice, you know, in a busy street, and nobody bothers you, and you know, you just assimilate to the community, and it's been fantastic.
Taking bikes to training camp as well, just keeping it simple. I love it. And from one running backs coach to a Hall of Fame running back, this is Brent, and I want to make sure that he gets to ask you some questions as well. But you know, just being able to coach the running backs, and Brent, you had that experience. So for you, what do you want to tell Coach?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, you know, I had a chance to, you know, play football for 23 years. You know, I played high school, college, and then I played arena football for a long time. But one person I want to talk to you a little bit about is Coach LaFleur, and that's because I know Matt LaFleur really well. We played against each other in college multiple times. Now, I won't talk about who won those matchups, but Matt was always a competitor. Just talk to me about what Matt brings to your organization and just the fire that he brings. And then what do the Green Bay Packers need to do to get over the hump to get that 14th world title?
Well, to get over the hump, I think we just made a big move to try to ensure that happens. But no, Matt, he's probably has one of the best football IQs of any coach that I've been around. He fully understands football. He utilizes that to help, you know, motivate the team. He's a guy that cares a lot about the players. They know that they can always go to him at any time, and he has a vision, you know, and part of our vision obviously is to bring the Lombardi home, and you know, he's one of the guys that's at the forefront of that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if you can just talk to me a little bit about that running back room. I know you got some experience. You also got some younger guys. Just talk to me about that running back room and what you expect this year out of your backs.
Expect a lot. I mean, Josh Jacobs has been looking good, and obviously a lot of people, because we had, you know, Aaron Jones here for so many years, so there was a lot of concern, like when he was no longer here and we let him go. But Josh has not only been just a great player for us, but he's been a great leader, not just in our room, but, you know, for the entire team. I mean, he brings a lot of fire. He's a guy that's just, I mean, his energy level is just burning because, you know, he's, you know, obviously was with the Raiders, and you know, he sees that we have an opportunity this year to win it all, and I think it's just spurred on his energy, and it's just been exuding throughout the team. So it's been great working with him.
Love that.
His mic's not on.
Thanks for coming on, Coach. Got the Lions coming to town next week.
Yep.
How special is that to start the season off with the Lions at home?
Well, that's one of the first things you look at, you know, is like once the schedule comes out or when you initially hear about it, is to see who you're playing first. Obviously for the Lions, they've won the North the last 2 years, and you know it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a physical game. It's one that the guys are looking forward to, just like I'm sure they are. So it's going to be a lot of fireworks, you know, in that first game. I mean, guys are getting. I mean, most of we gave the guys, you know, 3 days off. Usually, most guys leave town. You know, they're not leaving town. They're staying around here, staying connected with each other. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle for sure.
Well, I appreciate you spending time. I know you guys are really busy now, but thank you for coming over.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, this is wonderful, and glad that you guys are doing this, and I just feel just the atmosphere. That's just going to be a great college high school game tonight.
Coach, you about your coaching style, and also just long before you were coaching with Green Bay with the Packers, you were playing high school and college football. So did that experience, just why is Friday Night Lights so important to communities like this?
I think it's very important because look around. I mean, it helps to bring people together, whether it's a rivalry game or whether it's just a team that you're playing for the first time. I mean, communities, even just being in the parking lot and, walking down here to the game, and even just seeing the Pere fans, in the parking lot and parking their cars and seeing the excitement on their face. So I think that this part of it, because when I was growing up in New Jersey, we played most of our games on Saturdays. So it was like a treat to play on Friday night. So just being able to, it just brings so much more energy being able to play at night.
Do you and the pros ever have conversations about that high school experience and how it kind of shaped their pro career?
Yeah, without question. A lot of times you hear guys talk about their coaches. And that's why, I think having a great coach in high school is so important, especially for guys that are looking for mentors. And I think that's one of the things that I see with Coach Rader and what he does and just the discipline that he has. I mean, I wouldn't want any other person coach my son, because I know that what he's going to bring to the table and really make those guys responsible for their actions. So a lot of them say that it was their high school coach that helped to shape who they were.
And the rivalry, how does that really fuel things? Obviously, at the NFL level, Bears-Packers is a huge rivalry, right? Every year, we're going to see you guys December 7th for sure. But again, at the high school level, how does that prime players to be ready for that kind of feeling? Well,
at least I know in this area, looking at my son Marcus and a lot of guys that are on this Notre Dame team, he played with, in Pop Warner and Little League football. But there was also a lot of guys on the Pere team that they all played together. So when you talk about rivalries, not just proximity, it's also about, a lot of the guys that are on the other team. So that's going to add some fuel to it, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of bragging rights that are going to take place after this one.
All right, we want to get to predictions in a little bit, so hopefully, Coach, you'll hang out with us because we want to hear your thoughts, too. All right, absolutely. Again, matchups around the community, we've got a lot of those going on, too, guys. We'll get to some of those. Let's take a look at some of the matchups, and I want to hear more about those as well. So first one, Brent, we have West de Pere, the Phantoms, and the Galloping Ghosts.
I love the Galloping Ghosts. Let me tell you, Notre Dame Academy went over there last week and got a come-from-behind win. The Phantoms have one of the best players in the state of Wisconsin, Patrick Greasom. He threw for 405 yards last week. I expect him to do it again this week. I'm going to go ahead and take West de Pere, 35-21.
All right. Ken, your thoughts on that one?
Well, there's nobody more knowledgeable about high school sports than Brent, so I'm not going to argue with him.
Right.
The Galloping Ghosts, they looked, they gave a shot last week, but they're going to have another tough one this week.
Sure. Do we have another one as well? Our next matchup?
We got Xavier. Xavier. Did we put the thing on the board yet?
There it is.
There
Xavier
we go.
Hawks and the Luxembourg Casco Spartans.
There we go. Xavier can flat out fly on defense. They can flat out fly. Last week they caused 5 turnovers. They completely caused havoc. They dominated the football game. I honestly don't think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to take Xavier 42-14. They also have a tight end that's a top 50 player in the state. So Xavier's a really good football team. They'll dominate tonight.
Not a close game at all.
Now, and early in the year, turnovers make a big difference, and that might be a key to this game too, right? But when you create that many turnovers, a lot of good things happen for your offense too.
Absolutely. And we've got one more big one. This one is really important. This was our first show last season. St. Joe's, the Bears, versus the Niles Vikings in Michigan. So sorry for all you Green Bay, Wisconsin fans. We just got to shout out our fans that are watching on YouTube as well.
This is a huge game. Like we said, this was our first game we ever did for Friday Football Tailgates. And Niles took it on the chin last year. But St. Joe graduated 32 seniors, and Niles has a whole bunch of people coming back. And after that St. Joe loss, Niles took it all the way back to the state championship game. So I expect Niles at home tonight to get some redemption. 35-21, I'm taking the Vikings.
Ken, how hungry are they?
Well, last year I went the other way and I made a mistake, and I don't admit that very often. And I'm not going to do that again. Niles is going to get them this year.
All right, I love it. All right, we got to hype up the crowd. One more. We're getting to our predictions for this game. Let's hear it, guys. What do we think? Our fan section's dwindling a little bit, so all right, here we go. I'll start with you, Coach. Who do you like? I mean, I know who you're wearing here.
Right.
Notre Dame or De Pere, your prediction for tonight's game?
My prediction is going to be a tight game, all right? I know the two teams are going to go back and forth, but Notre Dame's going to win it 28-21 because of these guys. Because we're at home.
Because of the fans.
They're going to bring the fire, they're going to bring the energy, and they're going to spur those boys on to victory tonight. That's why we're going to win.
I love it. Hyping up the crowd. Thank you, Coach. You know, I tend to agree with you. I'm going to go with Notre Dame as well, just because after I talked with Coach Rader and learned more about the run-first offense and just how competitive they are at home, the home field advantage, obviously a big deal. Brent, what are your thoughts?
I mean, have you ever walked into an environment and just instantly had a thought that the other team had no chance tonight?
Ooh.
Like, literally, I'm sitting here thinking, why should they even get off the bus? I mean, we're talking about the 2024.
Ouch.
We're talking about the 2024 state champions. Right? The good thing is I never had that thought tonight. The best players on the field are from De Pere. The best team on the field is from De Pere. De Pere wins the football game tonight, 35-21, Ken.
Oh, Ken, he faked us out. I didn't know he was going that direction. Your thoughts, Ken?
I don't know. I know one thing. I'm walking off stage this way.
Right there.
Yes, of course so.
I'm walking stage this way, and he's going to walk that way. I'm not walking next to you. But he is knowledgeable. Well, I get to make the decision, and I said it earlier in the show. When you're the champion, you're still the champion until somebody knocks you off. But wait. I'm gonna grab my.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Which one's he taking? The Tritons. Coach says the Tritons. I say the Tritons. Brent disagrees, so it's 3 against 1 here. We have to thank the Notre Dame Academy. Coach, thank you for being here as well. Good luck to you this season. Reluctantly, I got to wish you good luck as well. But again, thank you to Notre Dame, the entire community here. Thank you to De Pere, Notre Dame. Let's give it up one more time for Notre Dame. Let's hear it. We cannot wait to bring you next week's show, September 5th on the road in Omaha, Nebraska. We got Millard South and Millard West. We're taking this show even further out. It's going to be really exciting, guys. And again, we have 3 shows in Michigan coming up after that. It's going to be a good one. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Friday Football Tailgate. We will see you next week. Enjoy the game.